Well, greetings there, Guardians and Guardianettes. How you doing on this fine evening? I've got another weapon review coming at you guys right now. We're going to be talking about the brand new weapon from the Crota hard raid portion, the one that you can acquire from completing the bridge area of that said Crota hard raid. And you can acquire the Defiant, which is an auto rifle solar damage type weapon. So let's jump straight into what this thing has available in its perks. So as I previously mentioned, solar damage. It's got quick draw, red dot ORS, and red dot OAS. I'd stick with the first one, hip fire, or you can alternate on over to the focused fire, which is pretty interesting. Your first damage upgrade tier, single point sling, switch weapons faster, move quicker while, perfect balance, extremely low recoil, and last but not least, lightweight. You can gain 2+ character agility. Lichbane. Projectiles have a chance to disorient the Hive Wizards, and Hive Disruptor increases damage to Hive Majors. So the real question people keep on asking, Pwn, is this gun gonna go ahead and trump the regime? Do we have a legendary Shuros regime available to the public now? And I'm glad to say, no, hell no. We just crushed your dreams and ruined it. Bungie, 2015. So I saw this gun, and I was super stoked. I saw the focused fire. I'm like, oh my god, my dreams are coming true. I can put on, like, whatever gun I want in another category, and I got a regime, and they just straight defecated on my chest. So they led me up, they teased me, and then they left me to dry, and I was kind of disappointed. Now, I'm going to tell you guys how to use this gun, because I see a lot of other commentators, a lot of other people saying, this gun's amazing! And it really is lacking. I'd give it a 6 out of 10, to be honest. I feel like this thing is just going to be quickly become material items for you guys. You're going to just dismantle them. It's really not going to extend its life through the House of Wolves. You know how, like, the Fatebringer and, you know, the Vision of Confluence are still used semi-common? Like, I would rather take the Vision of Confluence over this, to be completely honest. Now, I'm going to talk about this thing for PvP and then PvE and talk about its strengths and weaknesses. Now, this gun is okay in PvP. Focus fire was an extreme bait. You saw it and you're like, oh, whoa, we got another regime, that's great. And a lot of people use that. I'm here to tell you guys, do not use focused fire. It is not bad, but this thing does not have the greatest recoil in the world, even with perfect balance in the situation. It's not that great of a long-range weapon, and in medium range is, I guess, the only way that you can use that focused fire. But the problem with that is it completely makes it useless in close range. It takes 8 shots if they're entire precision shots to kill a person. With that slow rate of fire, that's not worth using, and generally you're going to spend 12. So if you're lucky, you can kill 2 people with 1 mag. Maybe. Just like I did right there with the faster rate of fire. Now, I would, if you're using this for PvP, always recommend you guys to put the perfect balance perk on and use it with the hip fire ability. Ignore the focus fire. This thing is not half bad. It's actually pretty decent in close quarters with the heavy rate of fire. Sure, it's only going to do 16 damage base, precision to 20, so it is a little bit weaker, but not that much weaker than what you would get out of the precision of the damage. But it also seems like it gets like 2 or 3 shots out for every bullet fired in focused fire. So this thing, I think, peels and kills people a lot quicker. The only downfall is a lot of the time, you are actually only going to get 1 kill with a mag, and you're going to get yourself caught out. So it's a situational thing. You need to know your limits and limitations with this weapon. Expect to have to reload a lot. The good thing is this reload's like maxed out. It reloads extremely fast, and you put the perfect balance on it, and this thing actually can be pretty reliable for a one-shot engagement, a 1v1 situation. So this gun does have its abilities to, you know, blossom in PvP, but again, avoid the focus fire. It's bait. A lot of people say use it. I feel like you can go out there with almost any other scout rifle in the game and the regime and a handful of other ones out there to sustain and do great damage in medium long range. This gun is not meant for that, in my honest opinion. And I feel like it's lacking in perks. You know, the agility, what's that? I mean, what are those perks? I feel like these are very, very lacking. And Lichbane has no value in PvP whatsoever. So again, this gun is lacking in certain areas for PvP. Now, for PvE, this gun I feel like is lacking too. Lichbane is a great perk. It just does not activate frequently enough for you to be like, I need to use this during this portion of the said strike. It really only has value in the Fogoth strike where you kill in Moo and the Omnigul strike. And this also does affect Omnigul as well, just FYI. But again, those are so situational and so rare, is it even worth having? I still find myself just not even bothering to switch guns, and I'll just use whatever I have to kill the things. Maybe just put a Jelly Horn and drop them really quick. So this gun doesn't really have a place. I feel like it's the worst and the most disappointing of the 4 new weapons in the hard raid. Even though all the hype and all the people saying this is the greatest thing in the world, I think that's just excitement and, you know, other weird emotions that I don't understand. I think this gun is lacking. I think it needs a severe buff for PvP or PV, whatever it is. So again, the Lichbane does come in handy, but I feel like I blow an entire mag on a wizard and it only disorients them once. But when it does happen, they're kind of just out of the fight for 5 seconds and allow you and your teammate to beat them down. But either way, I feel like it needs to happen more frequently or something for it to even be a semi-valuable perk. So that's my feelings. Let me know what you guys think down below. Be sure to leave a comment. I'm sure I'm going to have some mixed signals with this one right here and some different opinions on it. And I'm also really looking forward to see what you guys have to say for what gun you would like to see next. So thank you guys for your time. Again, Abyss Defiant is lacking, my opinion. 6 out of 10. Soon to be materials. I don't know. I'm a little disappointed. Thank you guys for your time. Be sure to hit the like button, baby. And I will see you in another Guardian video tomorrow, guys. Take care.